going into the holiday season, let's just remember to be grateful for what we have and to be gracious to those around us who maybe don't have as much, and be kind to the workers that are out there and showing up.
Hello everyone, this is David Raleigh, Superintendent of LaRue County Schools, here with another edition of Hawk Talk. Today we're coming to you from the LaRue County Conservation District office, and with me today I have Paula Wood. So welcome, Paula, glad to have you. Or I should say, thanks for having me. We're at your place.
Thank you for coming down.
And so Paula, for those folks out there in TV land that may not know who you are and what you do, would you mind maybe introducing yourself?
Yes, definitely. I'm Paula Wood, Paula McDowell Wood. I'm the youngest of the 4 McDowell sisters. I will have to get revenge on the one you spoke with last week. That's number 2. But I'm a LaRue County graduate from 7 years after her.
Oh, we're not giving dates then.
No, we do not give dates.
Because somebody out there that does math might be able to figure out the age.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
Exactly. And today is my middle son's birthday, and we are now the same age.
Oh, okay. Well,
we're both 29.
Well, happy birthday to both of you.
Thank you.
And so, tell us a little bit about your family and who you're married to, because you talk about him quite a bit.
You mean the guy I'm married to?
Yeah.
That's typically how I refer to him. When I had graduated from LaRue County High School, I was kind of trying to decide what I wanted to do, and got a call one day from a Navy recruiter and ended up joining the Navy. And poor pitiful me did boot camp in Orlando, my A school in San Diego, and then went to Hawaii. And I brought David Wood home as my souvenir, and I think it's probably a pretty good souvenir.
So you found him in Hawaii.
I found him in Hawaii. He was also in the Navy. He's an Ohio native, but I think he's acclimated pretty well to being in LaRue County.
And brought him to Hodgenville.
Yes,
All right,
he loves it. And we have 3 sons who are also LaRue County graduates.
And what are their names?
Alexander Wood, Austin Wood, and Ethan Wood.
Ethan. Is Ethan the one that just turned 29?
No, Austin just turned 29.
Okay.
Alex is in the Navy. Austin owns his own business locally, and Ethan works at PTA Associates here in Hodgenville.
Nothing against the other two. I like the name Ethan because my youngest son, his name is Ethan.
It's a good name.
Yes. So, Paula, for those folks that may not know, because I didn't know, and I asked you when I first got here, and we've talked before about some of this. You told me some of the cool stories that happened with your job. But talk to the people about what the Conservation District does.
The big thing that most people are going to know us as is the people that give away trees at the expo. Each year at the Extension Expo, we give away about 1,700 trees.
Oh, wow.
And if you have a picture from a tree that you've gotten before at one of the giveaways, please bring it to us because we love to see those. We also work with landowners on programs to conserve the land and clean up the waterways. We just completed a 319 project, which was through EPA and the State Division of Water to clean up a very specific area of the Bacon Creek watershed. And it's important to keep our waterways clean and accessible because we use them for drinking, for sports, for play. You know, if you go to the river, you're going to be affected. Yeah,
absolutely. And you were sharing with me, I think, an essay contest that's coming up.
Yes, we are actually in the middle of the Jim Claypool Art and Writing Contest. I've had people tell me they don't like me because their teacher made them write an essay 40 years ago or more. But it just brings awareness to the different aspects of agriculture and conservation. We do animals, water, soil, and air, and how it's important, or why it's important to conserve and keep them clean.
I mean, absolutely, because we even hear stories, obviously in other states, but even close to home. I think about Eastern Kentucky and Martin County, situations like that. So it's a very important topic. Do you get lots of positive response from people that you talk to about that?
Typically, yes. Like I said, it's something that they remember from the older ones remember from their childhood, and the kids actually seem to enjoy it. Of course, giving a cash prize helps too.
Oh, yeah,
And-
always, always.
But yes, and this year's theme is water. So
Yeah. So, and one of the things, my favorite things to talk about are our school systems.
Yes.
And I know that you do some stuff with the schools. So this essay contest, you have already shared that information
Yes.
with our schools or our principals at those schools.
yes, I have reached out and have been very pleased with the responses we've gotten from the teachers so far this year.
And what is that cash prize for those that are watching that their kids might could use a little extra spending money?
Oh gosh, it's been a minute. $50 first prize, 42nd, and 33rd. And the teacher that submits the winning essay or art project also gets 75.
Oh, wow.
And then if you win at the county level, you get more.
Oh, so
So-
here's a perfect opportunity for you to put those writing skills to work,
Yes.
make a little bit of money, and do something good for the environment. So
Definitely.
parents and students out there that are watching this, take advantage of this. And if you don't know how, we're down here. What's
Call
the
my
address down
office.
here?
We're at 306 West Main Street at the end of College Street.
Absolutely, just down the office from me. So
Yes.
not hard to find. So the other day when you and I talked at the Chamber of Commerce, and one of the things that you're really excited about, because one of the things that we like to do on Hawk Talk is like to talk about the connections that we make with the community. And one of the things that you are really excited about, I'm not going to steal your thunder, so I'm going to let you kind of share with what's going on with that.
Well, I kind of became a not unwilling, but just surprise performer. I work with Katie Blair Cecil in her productions that she does for the school. They benefit both the speech team and in the past few years, the Kelly Dean Sanders Memorial Fund. And we just started practice again recently for our next production of Southern Hospitality. I've got the book, but haven't really looked at the
Yeah.
front cover yet. But you're going to want to watch for this one. It's so funny. It's the other night in practice, we were kind of backstage going, how are we going to get through this without just absolutely losing it?
Well, I know Miss Cecil, when she chooses the plays, she
Yes.
chooses stuff it's kid friendly.
Yes,
It's
yes.
family oriented, but it's
Yes.
also they're also very entertaining, very very funny.
Yes.
My wife participated in one pre-COVID, so
Yes.
so it was a lot of fun to watch that develop. So
I
I'm looking
missed
forward to
working
that.
with her. I actually took a year off. This will be my 8th production. And my sisters wonder how she finds roles for me that I don't have to act. And I don't know if I should be offended or what by that, because I've played ditzy, kind of an alcoholic,
Played a role.
play the role. Superficial, you don't know what you're going to get when you go out there. But this one, it's actually a sequel to the last performance I did, which I did 18 and your wife did 19. And that, like I said, that was the year that I took off. I've even dragged that guy that I'm married to into performing with us.
I just think it speaks to your versatility as an actress.
Yes.
I mean,
I
any
think so, too.
Grammys, any nominations, anything?
I'm waiting.
Waiting?
I'm waiting to hear back from the nominating committee.
All right,
yes.
we'll
But-
make sure we get that get you nominated at least.
Yes, and hopefully in a few years, I'll get to work with your wife, and we will do Steel Magnolias.
She has talked about that. It's one of her favorite movies.
Mine also,
Yes.
quoted all the time, and I just feel that I was born to play the role of Weezer Boudreaux.
Something tells me that'll be your part because you've already claimed
If it's
it.
not, I'm not
You're
doing
done,
it.
right?
I'm
You're-
done. I'm done.
Contact the Screen Actors Guild and let them work it out for you.
Yes. We have one here locally, don't we?
Oh, do you? The Screen Actors Guild?
Oh, I'm sure.
No, I think it's the Screen Door Guild.
Oh, screen, yes. Okay, that is it.
I'm messing with you. So And again, those are a lot of fun, and right now we don't know really when that production is going to take
No,
place,
we don't.
but we do a pretty good job. And I say we, I mean Miss Cecil, the school system. We try to get that the paper and the
Right.
radio station. We try to get that out there so that people are aware.
It'll be all over Facebook too.
Yes. So be watching for that. Other things that you have done, or the conservation district has done with the schools, that folks may not be familiar with.
One of the big things, I go to Ag Awareness Day that the high school FFA
Yes.
puts on every
Yes.
year for the incoming freshmen. They're still eighth graders, but incoming freshmen, I work with that. And we have one board member in particular, David Shelton, who built his own rain simulator.
You were telling me about that.
Rainfall simulator, and we go into the fourth grade classrooms and do demonstrations. We have them bring in soil and actually do soil testing at their tables and learn about take an apple and
At the fourth grade level, right?
at the fourth grade level, and he takes the apple and shows how much proportionately, to the, apple to the earth,
Right.
proportionately how much of that apple would be used for growing your food.
So it's
And
a great it's a great segue for those students, because we have such a great FFA department.
Yes, we do.
As kids get into middle and high school, so that's a great way to kind of introduce them to
Right.
those kinds of concepts.
Yes.
Yeah, wonderful. Let me ask you a question. This is what I like to ask all of our guests, because I'm big on vision and what the future holds. So, and I don't want to put you on the spot here, and it's if you can't think of anything, you say, yeah, I haven't really thought about it. But if I were to ask you, what is your vision for LaRue County, this community, for the next 10 years? What would you say?
I would just like to see growth. I mean, I'm so proud of our schools. I got the opportunity to present the FFA group with the Spirit of LaRue Award
Oh, yes.
at the chamber dinner, and that was just such an honor for me because these kids are so active. And I think that right now, especially the FFA and other areas in the school, are just putting a focus on community involvement. And that's what we need right now, is we need young people to be involved. You and I sit on the chamber board together, and we have 2 students that serve, and just learn some civic pride. And I'm really looking forward to the next generation coming up and being involved. It's always nice. It was at the trick or treat on the square, seeing the students down there, and the first Fridays. It's not just an old people thing. It's for everybody, all ages, and just seeing the parents with their children out. So yeah, just the growth.
I appreciate you saying that, because obviously I went into education so I could work with kids, but the more you move up in leadership, you kind of create space between you and kids.
Right.
And you deal mainly or more with adults.
Right.
But what I enjoy is getting back out into the schools.
Yes.
I will be at Ailes tomorrow working with some kids one-on-one, mentoring, goal setting, stuff like that. And so if I ever start losing my energy level or my passion, I get back out there. And just to say, get back out there in the school. So so I appreciate you saying that, because it is absolutely the truth. And a lot of times with social media and stuff, we hear about all the negative and all the bad stuff. But but what folks need to know is we have a lot of good kids.
We really do.
And those good kids have good parents.
Yes.
That have raised them to be that way, and to be respectful, and to be good citizens. And that just bodes well, because I think sometimes we get bogged down with all the negative stuff we hear, and everybody thinks that society's going upside down, but really there are a lot of good folks out there.
There are, and we are so blessed to have a lot of them here in LaRue County.
Absolutely.
And honestly, the first time I met you was at a chamber event. It was back to school night.
That's right.
The first Friday.
That's exactly right. I remember that.
I just remember being so impressed that you were out and mingling with the teachers and talking to the students, and we could tell then that you had a passion.
Well, that's my love. That's my love. So, Paula, before we wrap up here, is there anything that maybe I haven't asked you that you would like to share with folks that you want them to know, either about you or about what you do, or or your involvement with the community, anything like that?
Right now, I think just going into this, and this is kind of off topic, but it's something that I want to share. Going into the holiday season, let's just remember to be grateful for what we have and to be gracious to those around us who maybe don't have as much, and be kind to the workers that are out there and showing up. Because right now I see a lot of negative comments on customer service, but you know what, that's something that's really been hitting me the last few days, and it kind of goes on what Brad Turner was talking about, being kind.
That's right.
Let's just be kind, because I would definitely like to see that, and we need to set an example for the students.
Absolutely. If you can be anything in the world, be kind, right?
That's right.
Paula, I always enjoy, as people can tell, I always enjoy talking to you because we cut up and we have a good time.
Yes, we do.
And I'm glad that this exchange was no different, because that's who you are and people need to know that. I appreciate you. I appreciate you as a person. I appreciate your contribution to this community, and thank you for your service.
And we appreciate you.
Thank you, ma'am. All right, that does it for another episode of Hawk Talk. And as always, it's a great day to be a Hawk.